You ever see a date start so perfectly smooth until one sentence turns the whole night upside down? That's Worley, 27, banker, average build, clean skinhead, connected beard, a man who had waited 5 long months for one decent date. How did he get here? At the bank, late morning. The office was bright, glass desks lined up like soldiers, air conditioner humming like gossip. Wale woke at his desk, not from rest, but from one of those tiny naps you deny if HR walks by. White shirt, blue tie, black trousers, blue ID tag. He blinked at the screen, pretending to review a spreadsheet while his brain was asking bigger questions. Mainly, is it normal to forget what flirting feels like? Lunch arrived with laughter. Shola dropped into the chair first. Brown tie, brown pants, slim build, afro, goatee always sharper than his mouth. James followed, rounder, calm, green tie glinting under the fluorescent lights. They looked at Wale like doctors studying a patient who refused medicine. Guy, Shola said, you're too young to look this single. James added, even your bank app is getting more activity than you. Wale stabbed rice with his fork. I'm just focused. On what? Shola asked. On not dying poor and heartbroken at the same time. The table laughed loud enough to earn side eyes from HR. Then Shola leaned closer. Download Hinge. Wale frowned. I don't need an app to embarrass myself. I can do that offline, James smiled. Then think of it as diversification. They laid the rules like a sermon. Be on time, don't overshare, compliment politely, no trauma speeches. Wale repeated them like commandments. Grammar only. Calm energy. No Joloff conspiracies. Exactly, Shola said. Let silence breathe. Women love oxygen. That evening, home. Room of a regular guy. Sneakers under a chair, half-charged ring light, discount cologne pretending to be designer. He sat on the bed in a white vest and blue pajama pants, thumb hovering over the Hinge icon. Profile picture chosen after 20 minutes of self-doubt. Prompt answers written like cover letters. Swipe 1, nothing. Swipe 2, nothing. He sighed. Maybe God closed my market for renovation. Then ping. Sarah. Light brown skin, long braids tied back, photo in a royal blue gown. Bio. I love good food. I hate nonsense. The period at the end looked serious. He sent a message anyway. Dinner? Friday, 7? She replied with surgical brevity. Okay. Next day, break room. Shola and James leaned over his phone like investors. Shola whistled. She looks like she blocks people for chewing loud. James nodded. Book Alora's. Classy. Quiet. No place to hide from small talk. Wale smiled for the first time in weeks. This one will be different. They weren't sure if that was hope or prophecy. At home that night, he sat at his laptop, reserved a table for 2, Alora's, 7 o'clock, white tablecloths, warm candlelight. He texted, table booked. Her reply, okay, short, sharp, perfect. He practiced silence for 30 seconds straight, timing himself like an athlete. Friday evening. Traffic mocked him, horns shouting encouragement he didn't need. Still, he arrived 2 minutes early. Elora's shimmered golden. Waiters glided between tables like polite ghosts. Wale, now in a black shirt, black trousers, black loafers, inhaled once, twice, and walked in. Sarah was already seated, the blue gown from her photo. Confident posture, eyes that measured every word. He smiled. Good evening. Good evening, she said. They both paused, long enough for the candle to introduce itself. Menus arrived. She ordered salmon. He picked pasta he could pronounce. They started light. Books, work, safe topics. Her laugh came soft, honest. For 10 minutes, peace existed. Then came the first crack. The waiter brought bread and that mysterious green oil. Wale tried charm. You know, I used to think bruschetta was bruschetta. She smiled gently. It's bruschetta. He nodded. Noted. Tiny crack. Harmless. Still a crack. Silence. 10 seconds. 15. He panicked. Words spilled like loose change. He talked about a past date who cried to Ed Sheeran, about Lagos traffic being spiritual warfare. He praised Sarah's dress, then ruined it. It looks expensive. In a good way. Her eyebrow rose. The candle flickered, refusing comment. He tried to fix it. I mean, you carry it well. Now she only said, That was heavy. He reached for confidence and found chaos instead. I'm emotionally available, he said. Then added, but sometimes my mouth runs 5 kilometers before my brain finishes stretching. She exhaled. So you talk too much when you care? He smiled nervously. Exactly. Good to know, she said, eyes back on her plate. The food arrived, garlic and silence steaming together. For a few minutes he was safe. Then a waiter behind him dropped a fork. He jumped slightly, tried to recover with humor. Even the waiter is shocked by my charm. No one laughed, not even the fork. Sarah leaned back, calm voice, surgical aim. Wale, you seem like a good man. But this feels like a podcast. He opened his mouth, closed it. She reached for her glass, stood up, and poured the water gently over his head. Perfect aim. Not anger, correction. Gasps spread across the restaurant. A couple stifled a laugh. The waiter froze, torn between empathy and customer service. Sarah placed the glass down. Peace, she said, is expensive. I pay for it. Then she walked out, heels whispering closure. Wale sat still. Black shirt soaked, pride evaporated. He dabbed his face with a napkin. The waiter approached softly. Sir, towel or bill? Both, he said. Make one of them wisdom. Outside warm night breeze brushed his collar. For the first time all evening he let silence breathe. Phone buzzed once. A message. Sarah, you're funny. You just talk too much when you're nervous. He read it, smiled faintly, and let the screen go dark. Sometimes the universe sends you a mirror, not a match. Wale went home that night still embarrassed, still soaked, but a little wiser. And somewhere between pride and peace, he learned the one thing his friends never mentioned. Silence, when used correctly, is a complete sentence.